Hello, Earth Angels. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me press go live on Instagram. Okay. Hello, everyone. So happy to be here for podcast for Earth Angels Unite, podcast 132. Releasing the fear of being seen. So the fear of visibility often traces back to old traumas, times when being seen meant being judged, shamed, rejected, or even unsafe. For earth angels and cycle breakers, this fear can become a powerful protector part, convincing us that staying small is safer than shining our true light. But hiding only deepens the pain. Releasing the fear of being seen is an act of courage and self love. And it's how we step into alignment with our soul's mission and also allow the world to receive our medicine, which is so important. Hello, welcome. Say hi if you're here. So, my intention with these podcasts is to create a space of transformation that you come one person and you leave another person that you leave transformed. Hi, Kate. And, I'll be sharing teachings from my debut book, Receiving from Your Angels, 4 Practices to Heal Your Pain with Angel Love. And that pain also includes, right, this fear. And an angel activation, an oracle card to help you to relax and cherish your body, to trust your intuition to the next level, to receive more angelic pain relief than you've ever received before. So my name is Jill Kempner, angel coach and author. As an angel coach, what I help my clients do is to heal the pain in their bodies with the love of the angels through my relax, release, receive process that I outlined in my debut book. And we work with angel healing energy. Hi, Lauren. Good morning. So we work with Angel Reiki, we work with IET to create transformation, to dissolve that cycle, to dissolve that pattern that you may have been struggling with for more than just this lifetime. I really think the fear of being seen, which we're talking about today, is often rooted in past lives and past life experiences. And remember, any work that I do in my coaching sessions with my clients, if there's past life work to be done, will be guided by your angels. It'll be safe and sacred, and it'll be about healing the now, coming into the now. So it's not about drowning in past stories or past tripping or future tripping or any of that. It's about being able to be more fully present and grounded and aligned in the now. So I want to welcome everyone who will be here live today, everyone who's going to be connecting with the replay, trusting that we're all here together, surrounded in a circle of unconditional love, empowerment, joy, and miracles. And so happy. Can you believe it? It is the last, time is going by so fast, the last day of September. It's my nephew's 18th birthday. Happy birthday, Shane. And my sister-in-law's birthday was in heaven, Helly. And we're in autumn, although we're having a very beautiful start to it with lots of sunshine and warmth here in the Midwest. So happy Trusting Tuesday. We are here talking about something that I've been working with clients really for years. And I have my own personal journey of becoming more visible. This year's been a huge year of that for me because my coach had set the intention that it was her breakthrough year and that anybody who was aligned with her was their breakthrough year. And I have to say, this has been a breakthrough year. I hired a social media, talk about getting visible. I hired a social media strategist, I want to say in February of this year. And it has been such a journey to I felt like I've always been transparent. I've always been honest, vulnerable, authentic on my podcasts and all my teachings, all my classes, all my offerings. But doing these B-rolls, taking video of myself just doing things throughout the day, like the dishes, laundry, cleaning out the cat box, things that you wouldn't think would get a lot of views. You know, it's like the right image with the right caption, hook, if you will, has created a tremendous amount of visibility for me. And I've had to work through fears of being seen, fears of being judged, that one negative comment, I've had more as it become more visible, people questioning, how do I know about this stuff, or just saying one person said hogwash, like hogwash. He doesn't believe in angels and the soul and all of that. And that's okay, right? Because you're going to get that. There's always going to be naysayers, haters, skeptics who aren't going to be in alignment with your divine truth. And it takes a lot of courage. So I'm walking this path too. And one of my reels just went to over 200K, which is the most views I've ever gotten on anything. And it's funny because I'm not even smiling in it. It's just a funny video that took off. So although I do think it was about the message. So I wasn't planning on going there, but that's what I first decided to say. So I just want to start by, really acknowledging how, again, how courageous it is to come out of hiding and share more of your truth. Share more of your gifts, your intuitions, your medicine, like my coach talks about. It just is such a courageous journey, and wherever you are on that, just really stop and pause and acknowledge yourself. I really feel your guardian angels acknowledging your heart's desire to heal, your heart's desire to add value to your people, to the world. And so I have so much compassion for us, right? Highly sensitive, highly intuitive souls, us empaths, who would rather stay small or hidden than risk being judged. Right? And I've lived with this fear myself. I mean, I've talked about this. I think we just did suspending judgment and illness like 2 episodes ago, where, judgment was a protector for me. I grew up in a household of judgment, and, there was a lot of judgment surrounding me and my family, and it just, became kind of the default. And then, of course, if I'm judging others, right, that's going to be in my energy field, and I'm going to be drawing that back to me. So I lived with this fear of being judged. So when I retired from massage and, teaching yoga to become an angel coach, really actually started as an angel professional was my first title. Hello, welcome. Say hi if you're here. And bear with me, I'm moving a little slower today. I'm doing a 7-day sugar detox, and this is my brain not on caffeine. So, when I went into full-time energy healing and, being this angel professional, this angel coach, I was actually really terrified to tell people what I did. Like, it took me really years of unpacking the fear, healing past life imprints, and continuing to choose my mission over my fear. And I think that's what it is just like this. I mean, I always felt the archangels with me, guiding me forward step by step by step. But ultimately, what gives you the courage, the strength, maybe the fortitude to show up and shine, what the angels just said, is that your mission is bigger than your fear. And the cool thing is, if you ask for your fear to dissolve, right? As you ask, you can work with the relax, release, receive process. You can work with me in my coaching programs to dissolve that fear and have it turn into resilience, have it turn into wisdom, have it turn into your medicine, have it turn into courage, right? What is courage, right? It's feeling the fear and doing it anyway. And I literally do that all the time, over and over. Every time, I mean, it takes a lot of courage to go live and share your insights, your medicine, your truth. So I'm walking by your side as you become more visible, and understand that it may not be that you're going to be an energy healer and talk about it like that. It may just be the courage to speak an insight or an intuition to a family member that maybe you never have before, or the courage to say, oh, I had that intuition when you're in a business meeting, right? Of course, if it's appropriate, but really having the courage, like, people value more and more and more people are valuing the connection between the mind and the heart, right? The mind, the intellect, and the intuition, right? That we actually need both to operate the earth plane. Okay, love that download, angels. And so I've seen this fear with clients as well. I have a client who is navigating this fear of visibility right now, right? Being more visible, talking about what they do, putting themselves out there, right? Like, how am I going to market myself? How am I going to get people to know I'm here? Right? And so this fear, right? She can feel like it's going to take over her whole consciousness if she lets it. And the truth is, it can, right? Unless we stay deeply devoted, deeply rooted in our fuel, in our intention, go back to, like, our mission is bigger than our fear, right? And the mission, right? Like, we have to stay focused on our higher intention. That's what helps us navigate that fear. And of course, we're gonna, this is my card of all cards, ask Archangel Michael to help you with this situation, right? When we're feeling fear, we have to work with the angelic realm to face that fear, to challenge that fear, and again, to dissolve the fear, right? So it's like, ask Archangel Michael, thank you for helping me with this situation. Thank you for filling me with faith and peace at all times. So we're learning, this goes back with what we talked about last week, the vulnerability, right? It is vulnerable and courageous, brave, to be seen, right? For who we truly are. And the goal is, of course, to start by seeing ourselves first, right? We have to see ourselves through the eyes of love, right? Not through the eyes of judgment or criticism or shame or all of those things. Those are parts of us. Those are protectors that we're releasing, right? Like this fear. But we can think about the fear, right, of being seen that we're talking about today as another protector. So it's like, oh, what's below this fear of being seen, right? Am I afraid to be heard or exiled or judged, right? And then being able to sit with that using the tools, right? Okay. So what I discovered with my client, what we've discovered together, is that the angels were saying something, right? That every time that fear comes up, right, we need to recommit, right? Redevote to getting back in the flow of your angels love. If you're feeling that fear, You've broken the sacred promise, like we talk about in Renew Your Devotion, right? It's like, I feel that fear. Um, okay, here's that part, right? Let me redevote to my connection. Let me redevote to my intention. Let me redevote, remember my mission. And to the love, right? We're redevoting, we're recommitting to the love that we're here to embody for ourselves. So, yes, we can have fear and we can love that part of us, right? It's like, of course, I have a part that's afraid XYZ happened to me in this lifetime. And there might even be more in past lives where we have those imprints that we're carrying. And actually, that's a big part of what I do with my clients is, helping them to get to the root source of that fear, of that block, of that pain. And then we focus the ray, right? The angelic violet ray, the angelic energy of compassion, the angelic energy of safety. And safety is actually if you're working through this, right? Releasing the fear of being seen, safety is your fuel. Work with safety, right? That's going to invoke Archangel Michael. That's going to help you navigate that fear with a lot of gentleness and a lot of courage, security. So every time this fear comes up, right, you recommit to your angels, to your mission, and to the love that you are here to embody and share. And we use the tools, right? So we work with the angel meditation, the self energy work, the oracle cards. And I'll talk a little bit more about that. So, this is why having a coach, especially someone who's just a few steps ahead of you, shining their path. Oh, Deborah, good. Yes. Yeah, the fear of persecution, right? This is the other piece. That's another layer of this, right? Fear of being seen. We're afraid. And that might be really an imprint from a past life. It often is. I cannot tell you how many past lives I've cleared with my coach around, and that's part of why I can get on here and talk about this now, right? And help you to be seen, to know that you're protected, to know that you're safe. I mean, this is one of the lifetimes where we are more safe to share and shine. And right when we're in alignment with our soul, it's right for us. That's what I just heard the angels say. So this is why having a coach is so valuable, right? It's so valuable to have that support, to have the mentoring, to have all the tools to shine, right? To be seen. And it's a process. Like I said, I've really been doing this for years and years and years. And I also know that we're on an accelerated spiritual growth path right now, and there's so much support to help us to move through this fear and get in the flow, right? The flow of our angels' love, safety, protection, guidance, support, healing, miracles. Like that's where we want to be, right? So it's normal to have resistance. It's normal to have that fear. And then you figure out what tool is going to help me to dissolve this fear so I can shine more, so I can come out of hiding, so I can be more visible. Right? So allowing yourself to be visible is ultimately, this was a download that came to me when I was working on these notes. It's about shared humanity and equality. And what do I mean by that? So when you allow yourself to be fully human, right, with all of your flaws, all of your failures, all of your fears, you show up as your authentic self, right? Your soul self. And this gives others permission to do the same. Right? You know what it's like to be with someone who's authentic. I'm trying to see if I could come up with the feeling, right? It's just like this, you feel loved, you feel safe, you feel comfortable, even if there's a little bit of uncomfortableness because it's like, whoa, this person is really radiating soul energy. There's still this comfort is the best word I can come up with right now, right? And in that openness, right, we're raising the vibration of the planet, right? So it's like one of my missions is to I'm here to help earth angels, I'm here to help empaths, but the branch that I'm very like focused on right now is the cycle breakers, right? Is those of you who are ready to end that pattern once and for all, for yourself, for your lineage, and ultimately understand that that will also be for the world. So like being devoted to changing a pattern, to breaking a cycle, and breaking the cycle is almost, I mean, it's powerful, but it's like almost sounds kind of intense, and it doesn't have to be, right? When we ask the angels to assist us, that's why I'm so devoted to this, right? I'm devoted to helping cycle breakers and that pattern of pain, trauma, lack, codependency, which I'm going to be talking about in October. I'm so excited when I got the download for the October podcasts, because we're going to be talking about cycles that many of us go through, and just bringing it to the light and then working to dissolve those. Okay, so I'm going to drink some water. I was going to say something else. Okay. So vulnerability and visibility increases oneness, increases that unity consciousness. And that ripples out far beyond what we can see. So you matter, your voice, your message, your light, your mission matter, right? Your healing. So there was something else the angels were saying about that. So it's that equality is such an important aspect of being an earth angel, understanding that we are equal. What happens to one happens to all. And then we start to embrace this tenderness, this cherishing of ourselves. Because we know that when we cherish ourselves, when we know we're magnificent, when we know that we cherish ourselves, when we know we're devoted, that we're inviting that for another who may be struggling, like Deborah was talking about, the fear of persecution, right? So working with your stepping into your courage to be seen in your gifts, to be seen in your spirituality, to be seen in your inner knowing. And that gives others courage to do the same. And you can use Reiki. So I love that. Okay, I love the way that this came together today. So I want to talk about a couple ways that the fear of being seen shows up. And I want you to see sort of where it is for you. Maybe you already know, right? And if you do, put it here because that's helpful. Maybe it'll be something that's not on my list. So, and these aren't really in any order, just have it 1, 2, 3, 4, but it's just the ways that fear shows up, right? This fear of being seen shows up. So self-silencing, holding back your truth or intuition to avoid judgment. Now, please understand, this is different from discernment. There's a time and a place to share our medicine and our intuition and our gifts. And when we're aligned with our soul, when we're connected with our angels, we know when it's right. Even if we feel that little trepidation, like the trepidation, that little, twinge of fear doesn't mean we're not supposed to do it. But we also want to use discernment. But noticing if you're constantly silencing yourself and holding back your truth. So for the fear of judgment or to avoid judgment, right? Hiding, staying small, even when your soul is nudging you to shine, right? Or your angels are nudging you to shine. So hiding it could, sometimes it's hiding our medicine and our gifts. Sometimes it's hiding a part of ourselves that we think someone else isn't going to accept, right? Or isn't going to love or isn't going to appreciate, rather than fully being ourselves, right? This takes so much courage. Another way that the fear of being seen shows up is perfectionism. Believing you need to get it all right before you can be visible. Oh, I was so glad that my coach busted that bubble for me right away. And she was like, the divine feminine conscious way is to test as you go, refine as you go, perfect as you go. She goes, if you wait till everything's perfect, you're not going to share your medicine. And that was so helpful for me. I was like, oh my gosh, I do have a perfectionist part. I mean, I'm a double Virgo, so I got a lot of perfectionism in there. And I have really shifted that. It's like this journey this journey of angel coach, which I'm actually in the 9th year. So it's so cool because I started in 2017 I've been in the healing arts field for 27 years. But I shifted into serving as an angel coach, an energy healer, and then an author in 2017. So this is my 9th year. It's so exciting. And I was so glad I got that teaching right away because, yeah, I would never have finished my book. I wouldn't be here talking to you because I don't have it all figured out, right? There could be 10 more fears I'm not naming here, right? So thank you, angels. And then energy drain. How interesting is this? Shrinking your aura. Shrinking your aura, I just feel is its own thing, right? Kind of like pulling back in. And I'm not talking about in a space where you feel unsafe, right? Because there may be a reason to shrink your aura. Or over analyzing how others perceive you. Right? And thinking about these are leaks in our aura. These are ways that we leak instead of being authentic with ourselves. So what I was excited about was the download that came through when I was like, okay, we're talking about this, but I always like to give you some framework to help support you in navigating this fear, support you in transforming this fear. And what came through were the 4 pillars of the Earth Angel, which I'm going to be talking much more about because this is such a powerful framework to these are golden guidelines that support us in everything we're talking about here, right? Staying in the flow of our angel's love, staying aligned with our soul's mission, shining brighter. So think about these 4 Earth Angel pillars for ways of overcoming this fear of being seen, right? As powerful guides. So each pillar offers a way to transform the fear of being seen, being visible, into a deeper connection with your angels and your authentic self. So the first pillar is be a channel of unconditional love. And this actually is connected with the renew your devotion practice, right? Because when we commit to being a channel of unconditional love, we're in the flow of our angels' love. It feels so good. We're feeling this love for ourselves. We're feeling love for the world. And then something happens, right? All the things, right? We get triggered, we get activated. And we're we've broken the sacred promise, right? And now we need to recommit to being a channel of unconditional love. So understanding that we're not drumming up this love from inside of ourselves, we're opening up to the universal expansive love that is there, that is available for you and everyone. But you're the brave, courageous soul who said, I'm going to be a channel of unconditional love, right? I'm going to devote and redevote to being that channel 100 times a day. Right? So the fear of visibility begins to dissolve when you continually devote and redevote yourself to being this channel. Right? Your light isn't about proving yourself, right? It's about letting love flow through you exactly as you are, which I love. So if you're feeling that fear of visibility, check in. Am I in the flow of my angel's love, right? Okay, it's like, I'm devoted to being a channel of unconditional love for myself and the world, right? And just commit to that. So I thought I heard the angel say something else about that. Thank you. So understanding that the fear of being seen, the fear of being visible is so normal, right? We're normalizing this fear, bringing it to the light for healing. And what the angels are saying right now, thank you, is where is this fear in your body? Hi, Hasham. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Pete. Hi, Amy. Welcome, everyone. So naming, name it to tame it, right? Find that part. Find where in your body you're feeling this fear. And then we're going to bring in the medicine, right? Of these golden guidelines, of these pillars. So, okay, thank you. So embody the benevolence of the divine. I'm just realizing that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. This is the right? Embody the benevolence of the divine means bring the benevolence, the compassion, the love of source, of the angels of your soul into your physicality. This goes with relax and cherish your body. So this is where, right? The contraction, the tension, the resistance, right, is slowing the flow of your angel's love. So this is where we want to bring in physical, emotional, mental, spiritual relaxation, all the levels of relaxation as the gateway to angelic pain relief. So relaxation grounds you when the fear arises. And we're cherishing ourselves, right? This is the benevolent, we're holding ourselves in loving kindness, in TLC, tender loving care. Cherishing your body with breath, with rest, with gentle presence. So fear, right, it tightens the body, benevolence softens it. So the more you relax, the safer it is to be seen. So it's like, I get to be seen from this relaxed space, which is our true self. Okay, there was something else the angels were saying about that. Thank you. So the third pillar is energy body activation. And I talk about this all the time, how important it is to walk with an awareness of your energy body as an earth angel, as an empath, as a cycle breaker. We want to have our energy body, right? Our roots, our parts, which is part of what we're talking about today, right? It's like this part that's afraid to be seen. Your soul isn't afraid to be seen, but you have a part that is, right? The chakras, the angel receivers, those beautiful temples of light. And then your auric field in your conscious mind as you move through the day. So remember that fear contracts the field, right? So when we feel that, it's like paying attention to the contraction, paying attention to the tension, paying attention to the resistance. So noticing the energy body, right? Roots, parts, chakras, aura, releasing any self-judgment, activating the heart, you expand instead of shrink, right? So if that fear of being seen has come up, it's like, oh, wait a minute. Let me connect with my energy body, right? Let me do that. Roots, parts, chakras, aura. Let me reconnect with my energy body. Let me activate my energy body. Why? Because your energy body is how you're receiving love from the angels. So that's also going to get you. These are all ways. It's like which one resonates with you, which one's going to help you get back in the flow of your angels' love quickly. Maybe it's okay, I'm going to do all four. Maybe there's just one that you're resonating with. Feel free to share it here. Right? And this expansion opens a channel for authenticity and your truth to shine, your light to shine, your gifts to shine. Okay. And then trusting the divine plan. Pillar 4, trust the divine plan, right? Receive, and this is connected with thank you, angels. So the energy body activation is connected with release and lead with your heart. Because we're releasing, right, that contraction, that resistance, that fear, layer by layer through the energy body. Okay, thank you for letting me finish that sentence. So on to trusting the divine plan, right? Fear says that visibility is unsafe. Trust reminds you that your visibility is divinely timed, right? Your angels are guiding you about when and how to shine. And your intuition will never lead you wrong. So your intuition is that direct line to the divine, right? It's this, everybody has it. And accessing your intuition to show up and shine is exactly what your soul wants you to do. So when you trust your intuition first, you build a bridge to source that's unbreakable. When they had me write that, I was like, because I was, writing this and then I heard that and I was like, ooh, right? When you trust your intuition first, you build a bridge to source that's unbreakable. And I really love that. So this is what I help my clients do, right? I help my clients to build that bridge to source that's unbreakable through the daily angel practice, through the self energy work tools, through those that direct and consistent connection with their angel team, right? So we build that connection, we dissolve the fears and build that unbreakable bridge to source. Like, how cool is that? So before we close, I want to invite you to the free consult that I have. It's called the Angelic Pain Relief Consult. And this is such an honor for those brave souls that say yes, to the courageous and brave souls that say yes to themselves, to their healing. It's an honor to have this free consult. And in that consult, what we do is, it's a heartfelt, compassionate space where I'm listening to you and your angels. And I'm sharing what your pain is really about, right? We think it's this, but it's really this. I'm also giving you the angelic perspective of your pain, which automatically creates relief. And then in that consult, one of the goals of the consult is for you to figure out what fuel, right? What intention, what energy do you need to heal that pain, right? And that's what you're going to stay devoted to. So you're going to leave with your fuel. You're going to leave with a magical mantra. You're going to leave with an angel invitation that you can start saying every day. And then based on your intention and that fuel, we're going to pull an archangel that's going to walk by your side. So it's such a valuable consultation to help you get back in the flow of your angel's love and have a clear plan on how to heal that pain. And if we're a good fit, I'll share the details of my coaching program with you. I would love to have that conversation with you. I have several openings in October. But understand this is a priceless conversation. This is a valuable conversation. And it would be an honor to have that with you. So let me remember to put the link in the comments, and let's just do a little closing inner journey. So closing your eyes and just taking a few cleansing breaths. And letting your breath anchor you into your amazing body, the truth teller, the home of your soul, and anchoring down into the earth. So, rooting deep into the earth, energetic roots, dropping down. Bring your hands to your heart as we welcome your angels and guardian angels here. We welcome amazing Archangel Michael and his royal blue light to guide, surround, direct, and protect you. And then we ask, loving angels, where are you inviting me to release the fear of being seen? Where are you inviting me to release fear and allow myself to be seen more? Where are you inviting me to release the fear of being seen and be more visible? Where in my life? And then once you ask that, just let yourself relax your body, your mind, your heart, relaxing on all the levels as you trust what you see, feel, hear, know, sense, smell. Trust all of your intuitive channels opening. Where are you inviting me to be seen more, to release the fear and to show up and be more visible? Mm. Beautiful. And as we bring our hands to our heart, we affirm, my mission is bigger than my fear. I am safe to shine. My mission is bigger than my fear. I am safe to shine. My mission is bigger than my fear. I am safe to shine. All right. How beautiful is that? Feel free to share. I'll be honest, my brain was a little like, so I may have to do that one again. I definitely felt like it was just continued to be like that, to shine and be more visible in just sharing my gifts, with my clients, with my students in my coaching programs. So that's kind of where I felt, but I feel like that wasn't fully formed as much as it sometimes is for me. All right, so I have a brand new deck. It's called, what are they called? Angels? Just angel reading cards? They're called angel reading cards. So let's see what angel is helping you release the fear of being seen. This is a brand new deck. This is the first time I'm ever using it. Oh, the angel of channeling, being a channel of unconditional love. I feel like this goes with pillar 1, right? So let me see what it says. Angel of channeling. So it's number 26, which is an 8. Number 26. Oh, they're so pretty. Look at how pretty that card is. Angel of channeling. I just feel like there's a message in here. Yes. Your spiritual awareness is opening to new levels. Trust in the guidance you are receiving from above. So here's the affirmation. I am open to receiving assistance from my angel of channeling to enhance my connection to spirit. I patiently await the lessons information they wish to share with me. It says she wishes to share with me, but it'd be she or he. The angel of channeling. So this is when that fear comes up, redevote to being a channel of unconditional love. Okay, I love it so much. Well, I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch this, to be here, to watch, for those of you who watch the replay. I'm really excited about angelic cycle breakers. I'm just planting 2 little seeds. I think I have 1 or 2 openings in the women's retreat on Sunday. So if you're interested, reach out. I'll put the link in I hope there's not a link issue, but the angels will fix it if there is, but I'll put the link in the comments. And then I'm going to be talking a lot about a brand new offering called Angelic Cycle Breaker Series, which begins October 29th. I'll be talking about it here on my podcast, and I'll also be doing IG, well, probably Facebook Lives, because IG, that's a whole nother story. I'm not on it anymore right now. They took that feature away, but it's okay. Okay. I love you all. Have a beautiful week. I'll see you next time. Deborah, Lauren, Kate, Amy, Hasham, Pete, thank you so much. Susie, great to be with you all. All right, namaste.